Welcome to episode 50 of the StressKnits podcast. Today is September 7th, 2017. I am Stacy, also known as Stacy Elston on Instagram and StressKnits on Ravelry. Hi! I can't believe it's episode 50. When I started this, when I was in college last January, 2 Januaries ago, I guess, because last January would have been... Anyway, 2 Januaries ago, I never thought I'd get past episode 2. So I'm floored. So I just want to say a huge thank you, and I love you to all returning viewers, and hi, welcome to new viewers. I love the podcasting community, and I love being a part of it, and so having you watch when there are so many amazing people who do this is really humbling and wonderful. So I just really appreciate it. So thank you. Oh, it's crazy. Okay, so I tried to record this yesterday, but Doug and I live behind, Doug is my husband, we live behind a state trooper gun range. It's either a state trooper gun range or a forensics ballistics gun range kind of thing. They were shooting off some really loud guns yesterday, so I was trying to record, and I played it back for Doug this morning when we were getting coffee, and he was laughing really hard because of how loud it was. I was like, I couldn't put it up because the gunshots just kept happening, and then people were mowing the lawn, and it was a mess. So I'm recording today in the morning. Doug just left for work. I don't have work until 1, but it is my second to last day at Starbucks, so we'll talk more about that at the end, but I am just floored. I'm so excited. Okay, so I have 2 giveaways to announce. So the amazing and wonderfully talented ladies that are Jacqueline Salem of Brooklyn Knit Folk and Mina Phillip, the knitting expat, donated their 2 newest patterns. So that would be the Clark Socks from Jacqueline and the Blender Scarf Wrap from Mina. And so I put up a thread in the StressKnits Ravelry group, and for the Clark Socks, there were 33 responses. So I used random number generator yesterday and did numbers 2 through 33 because the first post is me. And number 23, who is Purple Unicorn Knit. Congratulations. I forgot to write your real name down because I'm the worst. Okay. I'm sorry. Purple Unicorn Knit. And the prompt was name something or tell us something that has happened to you recently that makes you really happy. So she said that her husband took really good care of her after surgery. So 1, I'm glad you're doing okay after surgery. And 2, it's amazing to have somebody loving and supportive after that. So congratulations. I will contact Jacqueline, and the Clark Socks should be to you shortly. And then for the Blender Scarf Wrap, was numbers 2 through 18, and number 91, who is Sarah Grimbley. And my question was, what was it? What's your favorite frozen blended beverage? And because of Blender Scarf Wrap, how could I not? Because I love smoothies and margaritas and all that stuff. So she said coconut milk, pineapple, frozen banana, and vanilla, which sounds amazing. It sounds right up Doug's alley. I'm not really a big banana person, but yay, congratulations, Purple Unicorn Knit and Sarah Grimbley. I will contact Jacqueline and Mina and have those patterns sent to you. So thank you so much for entering. I'm also going to open a thread. It's probably going to be open for a little bit, but it is basically a thank you to all of you, just for supporting me and, well, supporting me from the beginning and supporting me through the best of the worst times of my life, and I just want to give back. So I'm going to open up a thread, and I'm going to put together a little prize package of some mini skeins, a skein of StressKnits yarn, which is my hand-dyed yarn company, and a project bag. So it will be the colorway of your choice, And then the project bag and mini skeins will be a surprise. So it could be from other dyers, could be more from me. It's probably gonna be from other dyers though, I'm gonna be honest. I do, and probably some for me too, but yeah, so I'm gonna open that thread. I'm probably gonna leave it up for a little bit, a few weeks at least. Yeah, so I just want to do that as a thank you to you guys. So with that, I am going to get into the knitting. So first off, what am I wearing? This is my Boothbay Cardigan by Hannah Fettig. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. It is so cozy. So it's this wonderful like cocoon shape. So it just goes like this, hugs my butt perfectly. It's great. This really large shawl collar and garter stitch. There's supposed to be garter stitch on the sleeves. I need to reblock the sleeves because when I shrunk it in the dryer on purpose, because it was huge. I could have fit about 3 different people in it. Like I think it blocked it out to the largest size, and I only knit the 3rd size in because I wanted it to be a cozy cardigan and fit exactly like this. But the sleeves, parts of the insides of the sleeves felted, and it shrunk where I wanted them to be, so I just need to re-wet block the sleeves and it'll be fine. But yeah, this is the Boothbay Cardigan. I knit it out of Quince & Co. Lark, their worsted weight, in the Iceland colorway. I am obsessed. This is my It's Cold at Rhinebeck sweater, and then, yeah, I have a different sweater if it's not so cold. I don't know why I keep messing with my hair. I'm sorry, that's annoying. One more time. Okay. So yeah, my Boothbay Cardigan by Hannah Fettig. Highly recommend the knit. I only knit this sweater in like a week. What was it, like 10 days? And I just monogamously knit on it, and I got it done in 10 days. So it is a wonderful sweater. The body goes really fast. The shawl collar is really the slog. It's 5 inches of garter flat. Nope, sorry, garter in the round. So it's a little daunting, but it's so worth it. While I was making it, I was like, never gonna make another one of these, but I kind of want to make another one of these in like a darker gray. Okay, anyway, so with that, I have some whips. I actually have a hoe because I realized that this was only just a wee little thing when I want to check my show notes from last week just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was just a wee little thing when you saw it last. I just started the cuff on my Clark socks. So these are the Clark socks from Jacqueline Salem, Brooklyn Knit Folk. The color is coming out perfectly. This is Sweet Sparrow yarns on her Magpie base, which is her Gold Swena base, and the Robin's Egg colorway. I love it. I'll show you the details of the sock on the second one, but I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with this sock. I knit this sock in like less than a day and a half. It flew. Pumpkin spice iced coffee. So good. Oh, so I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. So I don't know what more to say about it. I will show you the work in progress to show you the details a little bit better. So here is where I am on the second. So it's this gorgeous braided cable flanked by these pearl bumps that help you know what row you're on. Genius. And then it has this cute little whimsical cable down the back. And I love it. I think it's plenty stretchy for my foot. Next time I knit them, I will probably go up a needle size. I'm knitting them on a US 1, 2.25 millimeter. I probably will go up a needle size next time, but they fit my foot fine. I will for sure be wearing these this winter. Yeah, and I can see myself knitting this as a gift in the future. I love it. Jacqueline, you have I can't wait for other designs to come out of yours because I am obsessed. This actually gave me the cable bug. So, you're gonna hear it here first. I want an Ithiondawa sweater next year. I'm gonna try to make it happen. Ugh, I'm obsessed with this cable. It's gorgeous. So, and oh, the only modification I made to this pattern is Jacqueline calls for a short row heel. I personally don't like short row heels in the way that they fit my foot, so I did my normal reinforced heel flap, heel turn gusset. So I'm on the gusset right now. The only thing slowing me down on these is that these stitch markers are too bulky for my sock. I lost the ones that I used for the first sock because they're so tiny. So I had to order some new ones, but I could only find the ones that I wanted in Canada. So they should be here any day now because they shipped like 5 days ago. So they should be here soon. So once those get here, I'm gonna fly because I just don't like how bulky they are in my fingers. But yeah, I really, really enjoy this pattern, and if you haven't knit the Clark socks yet, do it, cast it on. This is a perfect first cable project. She explains everything super well. Yeah, I love it. I could not recommend these more. And I also couldn't recommend Sweet Sparrow yarns anymore either. This is the cable needle I'm using. It came in a knit crate tin that my aunt got my mom, and my mom is not really a cable-y person, so she was like, have the cable needle. So, yeah. It's so weird because I recorded this yesterday and I just feel like I've talked about everything already when I really haven't. Anyway, this is in my Fringe Supply Company bento bag. I'm obsessed with it. It is the perfect sock whip bag. I love it. So there is that. Next, I have been working on my Pistachio Rose socks. So last time you saw these, I think you saw them on the sock blocker as a hoe. This is my hand-dyed yarn in the Pistachio Rose colorway on my sparkle base, which is Gold Stellina. It's actually perfect. It is a light mint, and it's a little brighter in person, but light mint and a light pink with some brown flecks. This was kind of a one-off skein. The brown flecks didn't do what I wanted them to do, so I took the skein. So there's the first one, and then the second one, I'm about ready to drop the heel. So here they are. I'm knitting them on my signature US1 Super Miniature Macaron Charm, 2x2 ribbing, 64 stitches, plain vanilla sock. There's that, and here, oh, that was loud, I'm sorry. Here it is in the cake, which is very color accurate. So there's my Pistachio Rose socks. Next on the needles, this is the only other thing you've seen before. So my sister is having a baby in January, and I wanted to knit her a pregnancy sweater. So I'm almost done with the body. Her birthday is September 19th, so I'm hoping to have this done by then, which I don't see why I wouldn't have it done at least like a week after. But yeah, so I only have like 2 more inches left to stockinette, and then I'm going to do some ribbing because I want it to be a little cropped for her so that she can pull it up over like a dress or something and have her belly sticking out but also be warm. So this is the Leslie sweater by Hannah Fettig. It's super cute. This is Quince & Co. Osprey, which is the Aran weight. And it is the Glacier colorway, which is this gorgeous blue-gray. Here is the skein. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying the knit. I love Quince & Company yarn. I love the Addy needles that I'm using for it. The yarn and the needles just work perfectly together. And I love my little Sugar Tot Narwhal. So yeah, so hopefully this will be a finished object next time you see it, but we'll see what happens. As long as I get it done in September, I will be happy. And that is in my field bag by Fringe Supply Company. Alright, so I cast a few things on. I kind of caught the Stephen West bug. I really just want to get out of my comfort zone. I want to do new techniques. I don't want to just keep doing stockinette. So I thought, what better way to get me out of my comfort zone than Stephen West? And this was before I cast on the other two projects. But I wanted to knit this since I saw Kristen of the Yarngasm podcast, Vine Yarns, hers, Karen K. Paws of the Yarn Pit podcast, which I am obsessed with her, and Danielle. Oh my goodness, if you haven't watched the Yarn Pit podcast yet, like, what are you doing? It's so good. I was having a really bad day and I binge watched all the episodes, and it is one that I see it has uploaded and I watch immediately. I love it. Hi ladies, if you're watching, you're probably not, but hi, love you, you're amazing. I want to come to Do You Knit so badly. But I'm knitting the eyeball shawl because, also Christy Glass Knits, her eyeball shawl. I can't speak this early. It's not really early, but I have not been awake that long because I worked really late last night. Okay. So, Christy Glass Knits, her eyeball shawl as well. Just because I always thought it was like a super weird concept, and then I saw them wear it and I was like, I kind of want one. So I dyed up some yarn to be the pupil. This is on my singles base. This is StressKnits yarn in the etching colorway. It is this beautiful, almost gunmetal gray. Like, I love it. This will be in the shop eventually. Then I paired that with Solstice on my sparkle base. And this is what we have so far. It is the beginning of an eyeball. I love it. The cast on was really tricky for me. It took me 3 times to get that. Yeah, but other than that, it's going super, super well. So that's how it's looking right now. I have quite a bit of the iris left to knit, and then I'll be onto the Scalera, which will be in my birch colorway. I love this. I love this knit. I was knitting on it pretty hard until the Andrea Mowry mystery knit along came out, which I'll show in a second. But yeah, I'm knitting these on a US 5. These are my marbles. I had them on my signatures, but the cable is a 40-inch and it's too tight on a 40-inch, so I put it on a 32-inch cable. My Knitter's Pride marbles. Ugh, I love this, and it's living in a Pearl Soho, being tangled, Pearl Soho drawstring bag, which I got when I bought a tote bag at their booth at Vogue Knitting Live. So yeah, Eyeball Shawl by Stephen West, I highly recommend. I think Sue and Chelsea of the Legacy Knits podcast and Legacy Fiber Arts are having a knit along with a Canadian yarn store for the eyeball shawl, or the Oracle shawl by Kristen. So highly, highly recommend that pattern. Okay, the next 2 things are kind of the loves of my life right now, knitting wise. I'm gonna start with the What the Fade mystery knit along. I'm putting the actual project off screen so I can show you my yarn, and then I'll let you know when I'm going to show it in case you don't want the mystery to be spoiled. The second clue just dropped last night and I started it, but anyway. So let me get all of my yarn out. Yeah, okay. So color A for my fade is my jam. This is all StressKnits yarn on my singles base. So this is my jam into Sweet Disposition, into I Smell Snow, into Birch. They look the same, but this one has pink and cement, and this is just black and white. Then Birch into Bell Jar, and again, this is a super subtle colorway. It has oranges, or like peaches and pinks and mint. So Bell Jar, and I'm finishing with Pillow Mint, which is this gorgeous mint colorway. So if you do not want to be spoiled, totally get it. The second clue just came out last night. I am on it. Yeah, so it's kind of a proceed at your own risk. I would say fast forward like 3-4 minutes, and yeah. So, okay, so the What the Fade WTF Mystery Knit Along by Andrea Mowry I'm going to show in 3, 2, here comes spoilers, 1. What? Oh, I'm already obsessed with this. Yeah, so the first, and here is the wrong side, which I really, really love. Andrea Mowry. Who thought I would be doing this? I knew it was brioche, and I've knit an all brioche shawl, but it was less daunting because it was just 2 skeins of yarn for 2-color brioche. That was by, that's Mina Phillips' Squishy Shawl, which I love and highly recommend if you've never done brioche before. This, I can't get over it. Between the I-cord tab cast on, which I felt I did, I'm gonna try not to knock needles, okay, which I feel like I did okay on. It's gonna block out pretty nicely once it's, you know, stretched like that, but the way my jam is melting into Sweet Disposition is giving me all of the feelings. So the first clue you fade, you use A and D, and then you use C and E, not C and E, B and E, which is what I'm doing right now, which is Sweet Disposition and Bell Jar. So this is my brioche, this is my main color, this is my contrasting color, and I'm obsessed with it. Yeah, so this is my What the Fade. I'm using US 4 signature needles, and I love them. Yeah, I feel, I'm gonna put it away now. I'm very into this mystery knit along. I didn't know how I was gonna feel knowing that it was probably all gonna be brioche, if not a giant section of it. This clue is a pretty large clue, but I'm already like a quarter way through the first part of the clue, so hopefully I'll stay on top of it because I really want to. This is my first mystery knit along, and I had to do Andrea Mowry's because I loved my Find Your Fade. I've thought about knitting another one, but it's just so massive, and I feel like this is a good way to just go with it. And I finally get to use all of my yarn in a giant project. I'm so excited about it. It's a weird noise. Okay. I'm trying to get my energy up. I'm so tired. But I also have the energy to record, and I have to go to work later, and I kind of want my day, I have a day off on Friday, and I kind of want it to just be a chill day after I go to Secretary of State. So I was like, I should record today because I really want to. Because the main reason I want to record is because of my next work in progress, which if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen. I am in love. So 2 of my favorite people who really inspired me to dye, yarn, and podcast are Jinx, who is Laura of the Dyer's Notebook, and Kristen of Wool & Vine Yarns and Yarngasm Podcast. They're really the first 2 that I watched. So they're hosting a knit along for the Marling Magic by Stephen West, which is another Stephen West pattern that I've wanted to knit for a really long time. So so I thought I would cast it on with them, and it kicked off September 1st, and it's all I've been knitting since September 1st because Andrew Mowry's mystery knit along, her first clue dropped the 31st, and I knit the entire first clue the 31st. So I was like, I have nothing else to do now, so I cast this bad boy on, and I am on section 5, I think. Make sure nothing's coming off the needles, because there are so many extra needles. Alright, so I'm gonna turn it around. It's inevitable that some of the needles are gonna bang because I have 3 pairs of needles on here to hold stitches because it's so much easier than using waste yarn. Okay, so let me show you, let me attempt to show this to you. That's the bottom. This thing is just so massive. Also, Molly of a Homespun House really enabled me to knit this because we were chatting a few weeks ago and she was like, just cast it on, just cast it on. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to yet. And then this knit along was happening. I was like, perfect opportunity. So, my stomach is making weird noises because I'm hungry. This thing is massive. I love it so much. It's so big. I still think I'm only going to do the medium and not the large because this is already just so massive. My favorite part is the part by my face too. Oh my gosh. That is where I striped did I stripe? Yeah, I still had some yarn. So you're marling the entire shawl, so you always have 2 strands of yarn. So what I wanted to do is have a very cohesive look to it. So I have held the entire time until recently. Oh, where'd it go? I think my little nugget of this yarn that's left. Oh, I left it somewhere. I don't know where I put it. So for the majority of the shawl, sections 1, which is the mesh, 2, which is the seed stitch, 3, the one color brioche, and 4, I believe. I could be totally wrong. I'm trying to tell. No, just 1, 2, and 3. For just sections 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. I held Sweet Sparrow yarns in the Gather Ye Rosebuds colorway, which is a beautiful cream with flecks of pink and green. Yeah, beautiful cream. I feel like I said green, but I don't think I did. So it's a cream with flecks of pink and green. So I held that for that entire section, and now starting section 4, 5, And now this seed stitch section 6, I have been holding Once Upon a Corgi in the But It Could Kill You colorway on her sparkle base. I forget what it's called. I want to say it's ginger, but I'm not sure. I love it. I love this colorway. I've been hoarding it for something special, and it's my color palette for the shawl, so I had to use it. Yes, so I am obsessed with this. But yeah, this is my favorite section. So it's the Once Upon a Corgi But It Could Kill You colorway with my Sweet Disposition colorway. I love it. I love it so much. It's so massive. It's just gonna be so cozy. And now all I want to do is make shapes with Stephen West at Rhinebeck. I've just been dreaming of it. I just want to wear the shawl and make shapes with him. So, if you're with me and I see Stephen West, make me do it, because I'll probably be like, nah, it's fine. I'm too introverted for stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna wear this. And I really want to make shapes with Stephen West. I love him so much. Okay, so there's my Marling Magic. I'm gonna put it on the floor so I don't break anything. So that's taken a bit of a back seat for my What the Fade, just so I can stay up on it. But I'm so in love with it, and I'm almost done. So I've just been knitting on that nonstop because the colors are making me happy, the yarn's making me happy, the pattern is just so genius. I'm questioning the tassels. I don't know yet, so we'll see what happens. I have all the yarn, my scraps that I want to use in this bag that I poorly sewed. This is the only thing I've ever made with a sewing machine. It just has all of my yarn in it. So it's a good stash busting project, and I'm obsessed with it. Okay, so with that, I have a few things that I want to talk to you about. So I have some stash enhancement. I'll talk about these last. So I am obsessed with Sweet Sparrow yarns, and this was available in the last update, and ever since she came out with this colorway, it just screams me. I had to have it. So this is Sweet Sparrow yarns, the Strawberry Swing colorway on her Gosling base, which is an 80-10-10 Super Rush Merino Nylon Cashmere. It's a high twist, which is I love this base so much. It's gorgeous. So it's just this beautiful minty blue with light pinks and more pinky Pepto-Bismol-y pinks, which I love, with hot pink corally flecks. Ugh, I love it. Julie's an amazing dyer. I can't wait to see her at Rhinebeck. Okay, so there is that. That was a stash enhancement. And then... can you guess what this is for? Are you guessing? I'm doing the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along this year, and I'm so excited. Every year, I've been knitting for what, 3 years now? Every year, I've been too afraid to do this. Actually, it might be 4. It was 2014. No, 3 years. So I have my 3 main colors for, what is it called? The Speckle Pop Fade, I think it's called, but Speckle Pop for sure. The new Stephen West Mystery Knit Along for the fall. Kicks off end of September, I believe. Oh, hey, here's that little bit of the Sweet Sparrow yarns. That's what I held for most of the shawl. That's all I have left. Okay. Anyway, so I had my 3 colors in stash because it's 3 colors that fade nicely together plus 5 pops of color. And because it's Mr. Stephen West, I felt like I had to do some hedgehog. I wound this bramble by Hedgehog Fibers, which I bought on my, well, Doug bought for me on our honeymoon from Argyle in Brooklyn. So he got this for me. I was doing the apple blossom socks, but I messed up and I just ripped them out. So one color is Bramble. Daydream. And Artifact. So it's just this really, it's this with these. And I'm super excited about it. I've never done a Stephen West mystery knit along. Andrew Mowry's is the first mystery knit along that I've ever done. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wanted Wish by Hedgehog Fibers since I found Hedgehog Fibers like 2 years ago. I'm obsessed with this blue. It's just, it's the perfect blue. So it is Wish, Spell, Pucker, which is really that bright, Hush, ooh, Hush, and Skinny Dip are my pops of color. I'm just so excited. I really used these speckles in Artifact and Daydream. So like this is obviously like Pucker. I don't mean to flip you off. Yeah. And then the color is basically, I'm just so excited about this. So I'm so ready. Hopefully I'll be done with Andrew Mowry's pattern, or at least close to being done by the time that goes. And then, yeah. So that is yarn that I wanted to show you. I also got something really, really exciting and very new. From my favorite cosmetics store. I don't really do cosmetic stuff except for Lush. It's just one of those things where I would... So this one time I didn't record I didn't put up the recording because of gunshots. They're not as loud as yesterday. So if you heard those are gunshots, but it's fine. It's just the range. Anyway, I don't know. Makeup and I have a love-hate relationship. It usually makes my skin break out, and I don't know. I just don't feel good when I wear it. So I don't. The only time I've ever really worn makeup was for like school dances and when I was a dancer and in theater. But Lush Cosmetics is the best treat yourself, pamper yourself kind of thing. And they came out with this new thing, and I almost ordered from the UK because they had them there first. But then I found out they're launching the 1st of September. So I had the day off on the 1st of September. The gunshots are so loud, I'm so sorry. So I had that day off. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the mall. I have a bunch of other errands to run. I'm gonna drop off some packages. I'm gonna get some coffee and go to Lush. So they dropped their jelly face masks. And let me tell you, this is my favorite one. This is Birth of Venus, which is fresh seawater and fresh rose infusion. But literally, I've used this twice. It's jelly. It smells so good. So, Birth of Venus, and I also got FOMO, which is chamomile and rose. Which I also love, but I like Birth of Venus and the way it makes my skin feel better. I love it. I think I used this one twice too. But highly recommend if you have a Lush near you. For what they are, they're pretty affordable. I only think they're like $11 or $13, one of the two. But I think you're at least gonna get like 6 uses out of them. So I feel like that's a good deal. And it's just kind of fun for the novelty if you feel like treating yourself. It's just, I'll see if I can get it out. Haha. Like it's jelly. It's so cool. So I highly recommend the jelly face masks. They have 2 other ones that I haven't tried, and probably won't because I love these 2 so much. So that is a nice little treat yourself kind of moment. All right, so with that, I'm going to move into some StressKnits stuff. So if you're not interested in my yarn, that is totally cool. And just want to thank you guys so much for 50 episodes, and I love you, and I'll talk to you hopefully next week. I'll probably have some live stuff at the end of StressKnits too if you just want to fast forward to that. But if not, I'll see you then. So yeah, StressKnits yarn. I am having an update Monday, September 11th. Yeah. I feel like it's a weird day to have an update, but it's also the day I start my new job. So it's just kind of, you know. But yeah, it's Monday. And, but until then, I have some stuff in the shop. So, I have my jam on Squishy, which is my merino nylon cashmere, Solstice, which is blowing out, on single. Grapes of Snow, one of a kind, because it's I Smell Snow, but I got some purple dye in here on accident. So Grapes of Snow on Squishy, Hazy City on Sparkle. It's good purple, navy kind of color. Birthday Cake on Favorite and Sparkle. Tickled, which is on single, which with this base, I'm obsessed with my singles base. Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like. White, pink, and some gray speckles. And then Sweet Disposition, which is my favorite colorway of all time, on Favorite. So all that's in the shop right now. I did have a bit of a price decrease. Just because, I don't know, it was one of those things where I was trying to be like relevantly priced with other people, so I didn't like shortchange myself, but I decreased some stuff a little bit just because I don't know, I felt weird charging that much for something I love doing, because I'm gonna do it whether you buy it or not kind of thing, so I was just like, might as well decrease the prices. So there's a bit of a decrease. Yeah, so if you're interested in anything, I'll check it out. For the next update, I don't have anything to show you yet. I'm waiting on a yarn shipment. But yeah, so there's that. The GoFundMe is still up if you're interested in helping out with me growing my business. Thank you again to everybody that has. I've bought some more dyes and am able to buy more yarn, which is really nice. So thank you. And then, what else is happening? The Gilmore Girls September installment will ship out next week. Really excited about it. I hope you guys are too. I really love it. And then the October installment listings will go up after those ship. Yeah. So with that, I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of a life update. So I have a bachelor's in psychology. I got it in 2016 from Marshall University in West Virginia, and I haven't been able to get a job where I can use my degree and everything I went to school for. I've been working at Starbucks for a year, and as much as I love Starbucks, I'm just kind of over it. I'm very over the customer service-y thing. Rude customers kind of get to you after a while, and I've done customer service-y kind of things for about 4 years. So that, and then I worked at Barnes & Noble as alongside Starbucks for 4 months before my wedding. So like I'm just kind of, I've been itching to get into my field. So I've been applying to jobs like crazy, and finally I got one. So I will be a behavioral therapist at an autism center, an in-home behavioral therapist. And I'm so excited. So, yeah, I don't know. My hours are going to be good. It's part-time, which is fine for me right now because I also have StressKnits. So I will still be able to do that in this podcast. And my hours are really nice. I will never get home later. Well, I'll never leave later than 7, it's amazing. Instead of leaving close to midnight some nights from Starbucks. So no later than 7 and no weekends. I've never had weekends off in my entire life. So I'm so excited. Yeah, so that's what's going on. And I start my training Monday. My last shift at Starbucks is Saturday. And I could not be happier. So, yeah, with that, thank you for hanging out with me. I'm sorry if I was really tired. Yeah, so I will talk to you guys next week.